Iris's hands were still wet with toilet water when the screaming started. "You touched my makeup bag, you black bitch." The white woman blocked the bathroom doorway. Her voice carried through the 15th floor hallway loud enough for every guest to hear. Loud enough for management to hear. Loud enough for Iris to know her life was about to end. "Ma'am, I only moved it to clean the don't talk back to me." Manager. Now. Brandon appeared in 90 seconds. He always moved fast for white guests. "What's the problem? This woman went through my personal belongings. I want her fired." Iris opened her mouth. Brandon's hand went up. "Step into the hallway." Iris followed. The guest slammed the door. Brandon turned on her. "How many times do we have to talk about this? I moved a makeup bag 6 inches to wipe the counter. She says you opened it." "I didn't." "Prove it." 15 years. Iris had scrubbed toilets in this building for 15 years. She'd arrived at 25 with a nursing degree from Jamaica that Americans said wasn't real. She'd taken this job for 3 months. 3 months became 15 years. And now it was ending because of a makeup bag. "I can't prove it," Iris said. "Then we have a problem." Karen appeared. Senior housekeeping coordinator. White woman who'd been hired 2 years after Iris but made $4 more per hour. Iris, clock out. "We'll investigate tomorrow." "Investigate what? I didn't do anything." "Protocol. You know this. You've never sent Rosa home for this. Or Maria. Or any of the other. Don't make this about race." Iris laughed. Actually laughed. Karen flinched. "Everything's about race. You just don't have to see it." Brandon stepped closer. "Clock out now or security escorts you out. Your choice." Iris walked to the housekeeping office. Rosa was reorganizing supplies she'd already organized twice. Maria pretended to check her phone. Nobody looked up. "Rosa." Rosa's hands shook. She finally looked up. "I'm sorry. For what they asked us last week. About you. If we ever saw you take things." The floor disappeared under Iris's feet. "What did you say?" "I said no. I swear I said no." But Maria told them she thought maybe once she saw something. She wasn't sure, but they kept asking and Maria said I steal. Maria's voice came from behind the lockers. Sharp. Defensive. "I said I wasn't sure. That's all." Iris turned. Maria stood there with her arms crossed. 28 years old. Iris had trained her. Had covered her shifts when her daughter was sick. Had lent her $40 3 months ago. "You threw me under the bus. My husband got deported last month. I need this job. So you gave them me. They were already looking at you. I just answered their questions. You lied." Maria's face hardened. "I survived. That's what we do. We survive." Iris grabbed her coat. Her hands wouldn't stop shaking. She pushed past Maria and headed for the service exit. "Iris." Rosa's voice followed her. "They've been watching you for months. They already decided." Iris didn't turn around. The service door slammed behind her. 3 in the morning. 28 degrees. Wrong coat. Always the wrong coat because winter coats cost money and children need shoes. Her phone buzzed. Text from the phone company. "Your payment is past due." Another buzz. Electric company. Another buzz. Marcus's school. "Your son has been absent 3 times this week." The subway was empty except for 2 men who looked at her too long. Iris moved to another car. 40 minutes to Brooklyn. She watched her reflection in the black window. 40 years old. Looked 60. Hands swollen. Back destroyed. This was what 15 years bought. Her phone rang. 3:40 a.m. Unknown number. "Hello, Iris Thompson, Detective Morris, NYPD. We need you to come to the precinct this morning. Theft investigation at the Grand Majestic Hotel. I didn't steal anything. 8 a.m. If you don't come voluntarily, we send officers to your residence." The line went dead. Iris got home at 4:30. Marcus was asleep on the couch. TV still on. He jerked awake when she touched his shoulder. His fists came up before his eyes opened. "Just me." He blinked. Relaxed. Then saw her face. "What happened?" "They sent me home." "Why?" "Doesn't matter. Go to bed." "Mom, what's going on?" "Marcus, please." "Not now." He stood up. Taller than her now. "When did that happen?" "You got fired." "I said not now." "Did you steal something?" The words hit like a slap. Iris felt her breath catch. "What did you say?" Marcus's face flushed. "Trevor's mom works at a hotel in Manhattan. She said housekeepers steal stuff all the time. She said management always knows but they can't prove it. So I'm asking, did you get out of my face? Just answer. I said get out. He stared at her. Something cold moved through his eyes. You know what, fine. I'm out. He grabbed his jacket and left. 4:45 in the morning and her 14-year-old son just walked out the door. Iris stood there. Didn't chase him. Couldn't chase him. Her legs wouldn't move. Jasmine's door opened. She stood in her nightgown, glasses crooked on her face. Where'd Marcus go? Just out. You're home early. Day off. Jasmine walked to her. Put her arms around Iris's waist. 12 years old and already too smart to believe lies. It's okay, Mom. What's okay? Whatever happened. It's okay. Iris's throat closed. Her daughter was giving her permission to fail. Telling her it was okay to lose. What kind of world makes children comfort their parents? Go back to bed, baby. Will you make breakfast? When was the last time Iris had been home for breakfast? When was the last time she'd eaten with her children in daylight? Yeah. I'll make breakfast. Jasmine went back to her room. Iris sat on the couch. Still warm from Marcus's body. The TV showed an infomercial. White people smiling about knives. At 6:30 Jasmine came out dressed for school. Iris made eggs. They sat at the small table. Jasmine talked about a mean boy and an English teacher who liked her writing. Iris tried to memorize her daughter's face. Where's Marcus? Jasmine asked. He left early. He's mad at you. I know. Don't worry. He'll come back. He always does. Jasmine finished eating and grabbed her backpack. Love you, Mom. Love you too. The door closed. Iris sat alone with dirty dishes and a police appointment in 90 minutes. Before I go on, I need you to do something. Subscribe to this channel right now and hit that bell. Because what happens next to Iris will break your heart and rebuild it, and if you click away now you'll never know how she survives this. And comment below with your city. I want to know where Iris's story is reaching. Because I guarantee your city has women like Iris. Invisible women holding up the world. Let me know you see them. Now let's go back. Detective Morris was a black woman. That made it worse somehow. Hard eyes. Tired face. No sympathy in either. Ms. Thompson. The Grand Majestic has reported multiple thefts over 6 months. Jewelry, cash, credit cards. $12,000 total. I didn't take anything. You had access to all the rooms. I'm a housekeeper. I have access to every room. Your coworkers reported suspicious behavior. What coworkers? Maria, who's scared she'll get deported. Rosa, who already apologized for lying. Detective Morris wrote something down. Do you have proof you didn't take these items? How do I prove I didn't do something? That's your problem. The detective slid a folder across the table. Opened it. Security footage screenshots. Grainy black and white images. This is you entering room 1547. 2 hours later, the guest reports a diamond bracelet missing. Iris looked at the photo. That was her. But she'd cleaned that room 3 weeks ago. The bracelet hadn't been reported missing until last week. That's from 3 weeks ago. The theft was reported last week. Guest says she didn't notice until later. So anyone could have taken it after I cleaned. Could have. But you're the common denominator in 8 incidents. 8. Iris's stomach dropped. 8 rooms. 8 thefts. Your face in the hallway during the window of time for every single one. I clean 30 rooms a day. Of course I'm in the hallways. That's what we're trying to determine. Detective Morris leaned back. Hotel wants to press charges. But they're willing to drop it if you resign quietly. No police record. Clean slate. All you have to do is admit you took the items and return what you still have. I didn't take anything. Then we move forward with charges. You're going to arrest me for something I didn't do. I'm going to let the evidence speak. The detective closed the folder. You have 24 hours to decide. Admit it and walk away. Or fight it and lose everything. Your choice. Iris left the precinct at 10:15. Stood on the sidewalk. Sun too bright. People rushing past. Everyone had somewhere to be. Everyone except her. Her phone rang. Brandon. Don't come back to the hotel. I wasn't planning to. Your final check will be mailed. Your employment is terminated effective immediately. 15 years and you're firing me over the phone. Listen carefully. You can fight this and lose every reference you have. Or you can stay quiet and maybe you can work somewhere else. Your choice. He hung up. Iris stood there holding her phone. A woman bumped into her. Didn't apologize. Just kept walking. Iris was invisible. She'd been invisible for 15 years. The only time people saw her was when they needed someone to blame. She walked. No destination. Just moved. Her feet carried her through neighborhoods that looked like commercials. White people everywhere. Perfect lives. Clean hands. Nobody here had ever scrubbed a toilet. A coffee shop. She went in. Ordered the cheapest thing. Black coffee. $2. Sat by the window. Watched people. 2 white women at the next table. Yoga clothes. Diamond rings. Talking about their housekeepers. Mine is so slow. Takes her 4 hours to clean what should take 2. Fire her. I go through them constantly. They're all lazy. The agency keeps sending me the same type. You know what I mean? Oh, I know exactly what you mean. They laughed. Iris felt something cold spread through her chest. She stood up. Walked over to their table. Excuse me. Both women looked up. Surprised. Annoyed. Can we help you? I'm that type. The type your agency keeps sending. And I'm not lazy. I'm just tired from working 3 jobs so my kids can eat while people like you complain that I don't clean fast enough. The women's faces went blank. One reached for her phone. Are you threatening us? Number. I'm just letting you see me. For once. See me. Iris walked out. Her coffee sat on the table. $2 wasted. That was half a gallon of milk. That was bus fare for Marcus. That was money she didn't have to throw away on pride. She kept walking. Found herself in front of a church. St. Augustine's. She'd passed it 1,000 times. Never gone in. Iris wasn't religious. Hadn't been since her mother died and God was silent. But she pushed the door open. A woman was lighting candles at the altar. Older. Black. Maybe 70. She turned when Iris entered. Can I help you? No. You look like you need to sit down. Iris's legs buckled. She grabbed a pew. The woman came over fast. Caught her elbow. When's the last time you ate this morning? I made eggs for my daughter. Did you eat any? Iris couldn't remember. The woman guided her to a pew. Disappeared for a minute. Came back with a sandwich and water. Eat. I'm fine. Eat or I'll have to watch you pass out and I'm too old to catch you. Iris took the sandwich. Ate. Realized she was starving. The woman sat beside her. I'm Betty. Iris. What happened? Iris. And suddenly Iris was talking. Everything. The guest. The firing. The police. The detective. Marcus walking out. Jasmine's sad eyes. Samuel's absence. The $300 in her account. The rent due in 9 days. All of it poured out. Betty listened. Didn't interrupt. Didn't judge. Just listened. When Iris finished, Betty was quiet for a long moment. You done feeling sorry for yourself? Iris blinked. What? I asked if you're done. Because feeling sorry for yourself is fine for about 10 minutes. After that it's just wasting time. I just lost everything. No. You lost a job that was killing you. That's not everything. I have kids. I have rent. You have skills. You have strength. You have 15 years of surviving in a system designed to break you and you're still here. That's not nothing. I clean toilets. That's my skill. You care for people. That's your skill. Cleaning is just what you've been doing with it. Betty reached into her purse. Pulled out a business card. This is where I work. We train healthcare workers. CNAs. 6 months. Free if you qualify. And before you say you can't afford 6 months, let me tell you something. I was you. 10 years ago. Same hotel. Different manager. Same story. Iris looked at her. You worked at the Grand Majestic 30 years. They fired me over a bottle of perfume I didn't take. I was 52 years old. No money. No options. No hope. Thought about jumping in front of a train. But then someone gave me a card like this. And I decided to find out what would happen if I bet on myself instead of waiting for the world to bet on me. What happened? I became a nurse. Retired last year. Now I volunteer because I can afford to. Because I chose myself. And you need to choose yourself. Iris held the card. Her hands were shaking. I'm too old. I'm too tired. You're too scared. That's all. Scared is fine. Scared keeps you alive. But scared can't be why you give up. Betty stood, touched Iris's shoulder. Come Monday, 9 a.m. Ask for Doris Washington. Tell her Betty sent you. And Iris, yeah, stop waiting for permission to save your own life. Nobody's going to give it. You have to take it. Betty walked away. Iris sat alone in the empty church with a business card in one hand and her entire life collapsing around her. Her phone buzzed. Text from an unknown number. Mom, it's Marcus. I'm at Trevor's. I'm not coming home tonight. Iris typed back. Please come home. We need to talk. 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. Nothing to talk about. The dots disappeared. Didn't come back. Iris looked at the card in her hand. Community Health Partners. Training and Employment Services. Monday at 9 a.m. She could show up. Or she could give up. Those were her 2 choices. She put the card in her pocket and walked out of the church into the afternoon light. Somewhere in Brooklyn her son was with people she didn't know. Her daughter was at school, probably worried. Her rent was due in 9 days. The police wanted her to confess to crimes she didn't commit. And she had a business card promising a future she couldn't imagine. Iris started walking home. She didn't know what she'd do Monday. Didn't know how she'd survive the next 9 days. Didn't know anything except that Betty was right. She was still here, still breathing, still standing, and maybe that was enough. The apartment smelled wrong when Iris got home. She couldn't place it at first. Then she saw the yellow paper taped to the door. Eviction notice. 30 days. She ripped it down, crumpled it. Her hands were shaking so hard the paper fell. She picked it up, smoothed it out. Read it again. 30 days. But rent wasn't due for 9 more days. She'd paid last month. She had the receipt. She called the landlord. Straight to voicemail. Mr. Chen, this is Iris Thompson, apartment 4C. I got an eviction notice but my rent isn't due until the 10th. I paid last month on time. Please call me back. She hung up. Knew he wouldn't call back. Knew exactly what was happening. He'd been trying to get her out for months. Ever since the building went co-op and he realized he could sell her unit for 3 times what she paid in rent. He'd been waiting for her to miss one payment. Just one. The door across the hall opened. Mrs. Park peeked out. You got the notice, yeah? Me too. And the Johnsons. And Maria downstairs. He's clearing the building. But we paid rent. Doesn't matter. He found something in the lease. Some clause about income verification. Says we all have to prove we make 3 times the rent or we're out. That wasn't in the original lease. He added it last year. Nobody read the renewal forms. Mrs. Park went back inside. Her door clicked shut. Iris heard the deadbolt slide. Iris unlocked her door. Jasmine was doing homework at the kitchen table. Where's Marcus? Still at Trevor's. Did he text you? No. Iris pulled out her phone. Called Marcus. Straight to voicemail. Marcus, it's Mom. Please call me back. I need to know you're safe. She tried 3 more times. Nothing. Mom, he does this. He'll come back. You don't know that. Yes, I do. He always comes back. Jasmine was 12 years old and talking to her mother like the parent. Iris sat down hard in the chair across from her. We got an eviction notice. Jasmine's pencil stopped moving. What does that mean? It means we have to move. Where? I don't know yet. When 30 days. Jasmine went back to her homework. Like nothing happened. Like she hadn't just heard her entire world was ending. She wrote an answer. Erased it. Wrote another. Jasmine, did you hear me? Yeah. 30 days. I heard. You're not upset? Jasmine looked up. Her eyes were old. Too old. Being upset doesn't change anything. You taught me that. Iris felt something crack in her chest. When had she taught her daughter that? When had her 12-year-old learned that emotions were useless? I'm going to fix this. Okay. I am. I promise. Mom, you don't have to promise. Just do what you can. That's enough. Jasmine went back to her homework. Iris sat there watching her daughter not be a child and wondered when exactly she'd stolen that from her. Her phone rang. Unknown number. Iris almost didn't answer. Then did. Hello, is this Iris Thompson? A man's voice. Young. Nervous. Who's asking? My name is David Chen. I'm calling from Bright Future Collections. You have an outstanding balance of $417 with Metro Hospital from an emergency room visit in. Iris hung up. The phone rang again immediately. Same number. She declined it. It rang again. She answered. I already told you I can't pay it. Ma'am, if you can't pay the full balance, we can set up a payment plan of $50 a month. I don't have $50 a month. $25. I don't have $25. I don't have anything. I just lost my job. I'm being evicted. I can't pay you. I understand this is difficult, but the balance is still. Iris hung up again. Turned her phone off. Sat in silence. Jasmine kept doing homework. The refrigerator hummed. Somewhere above them a toilet flushed. Normal sounds. Normal day. Except nothing was normal. I'm going out for a bit, Iris said. We're just out. Lock the door behind me. Don't open it for anyone. Even Marcus has a key. Iris grabbed her coat. Walked back out into the cold. She had the business card in her pocket. Community Health Partners. Monday at 9 a.m. It was Friday afternoon. She had 3 days to figure out how to keep her children fed and housed through the weekend before she could even think about Monday. She walked to the bodega on the corner. Bought a newspaper. 75 cents. She couldn't afford it, but she needed the job listings. Back in the apartment, she spread the paper on the table. Circled ads. Hotel housekeeping. Building maintenance. Home health aide. Overnight security. Anything that said immediate hire or no experience necessary. She made a list. 23 possibilities. Started calling. First number. Position filled. Second number. We require 2 years experience. Third number. Do you have reliable transportation? I take the subway. We need someone with a car. Sorry. Fourth number. Can you start tonight? Yes. It's overnight janitorial. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. $12 an hour. Cash only. No benefits. Where? Office building in Lower Manhattan. Show up at the loading dock on Rector Street. Ask for Jimmy. I'll be there. She hung up. Looked at the clock. 4 p.m. 6 hours until she had to be there. She kept calling. Got 3 more interviews scheduled for tomorrow. A hotel in Queens. A nursing home in the Bronx. A cleaning company that did residential. Marcus came home at 6. Walked in like nothing happened. Went straight to his room. Iris followed him. Knocked on the door. I'm doing homework. Marcus opened the door. I said I'm busy. Open it or I'm coming in. Silence. Then the lock clicked. Marcus sat on his bed. Wouldn't look at her. Where were you, Trevor's? I told you. Trevor's mom called me at 4. Said you weren't there. Said she hasn't seen you in weeks. Marcus's face went blank. I was at Trevor's. Don't lie to me. Why not? You lie to us all the time. When have I lied to you? Every time you say everything's fine. Every time you say you'll fix it. Every time you leave for work and promise you'll be home early but you never are. I'm working to keep a roof over your head. We're getting evicted. So I guess that didn't work out. Iris felt her hand come up before she realized what she was doing. Marcus saw it. Didn't flinch. Just stared at her. Go ahead. It won't change anything. She dropped her hand. Stepped back. Where were you really? Around? Around where? Just around. Walking. Thinking. About what? About how my mom is going to prison. About how we're going to be homeless. About how my sister cries herself to sleep every night because she's scared and you don't even notice. Jasmine doesn't cry. Yes, she does. I hear her. Through the wall. Every single night. Iris felt the floor tilt. She grabbed the doorframe. I have a new job. I start tonight. Doing what? Cleaning offices. Marcus laughed. Hard and mean. So nothing changed. You're still cleaning up other people's shit. It's money. It's not enough. It's never enough. What do you want me to do? I want you to actually fix something instead of just saying you will. He turned away. Put his headphones on. Conversation over. Iris went back to the kitchen. Jasmine was still at the table. Still doing homework. Did you hear that? Yeah? He's right. I do lie to you. No, you don't. You just hope things will get better. That's different. Is it? Jasmine closed her textbook. Looked at her mother. Mom, I don't cry at night. Marcus said. Marcus hears the neighbor's baby through the vent. Not me. I don't cry. Why not? Because crying doesn't help. You taught me that too. Iris made them dinner. Pasta with butter. No sauce. No vegetables. No protein. Just carbs and salt. Marcus ate in his room. Jasmine ate at the table. Nobody talked. At 9:30 Iris changed into work clothes. Dark pants. Dark shirt. Clothes that could get dirty. I'll be back around 7 in the morning. Marcus is in charge. Lock the door. Don't answer it for anyone. We know Mom. Iris took the subway to Lower Manhattan. Found the loading dock. A white man in his 50s stood there smoking. You Jimmy, who's asking Iris Thompson. I called about the janitorial job. Jimmy looked her up and down. Took a drag from his cigarette. You work fast, yes. You work quiet, yes. You ask questions, number. Good. 42 floors. You start at the top, work your way down. Trash vacuuming bathrooms. You got 8 hours. If you finish early you still get paid for 8. If you don't finish you don't get paid at all. Clear, clear. Cash at the end of the shift. Don't steal anything. We got cameras. He handed her a badge. Led her to the service elevator. The building was empty. Dead quiet. Just fluorescent lights and the hum of computers left on overnight. Iris started on the 42nd floor. The executive offices. Leather chairs. Glass desks. Photos of white men shaking hands with other white men. She emptied trash. Vacuumed. Wiped down surfaces. Found half-eaten lunches in trash cans. Thrown away food that could have fed her kids. By floor 35 her back was screaming. By floor 28 she was dizzy. When had she last eaten the pasta at dinner? Before that the sandwich at the church. Before that nothing. She sat down in someone's chair. Just for a minute. Closed her eyes. Woke up to someone shaking her shoulder. Hey, you can't sleep here. A security guard. Black man, 60s. Kind eyes but firm voice. I wasn't sleeping. Just resting. You got 3 more hours and you're only at floor 28. You're not going to make it. I will. You look half dead. I'm fine. He pulled out a granola bar from his pocket. Held it out. Eat this. I don't need. Yes you do. Take it. Iris took it. Ate it in 4 bites. The guard watched her. What's your name, Iris? I'm Vernon. How long you been doing this work? First night. Thought so. You got that look. The look of someone who hasn't realized yet how bad this job is. I've done worse. Yeah, what's worse than this? Hotel housekeeping. 15 years. Vernon nodded. I did 10 years in hotels. Night security. Saw everything. Saw how they treat housekeepers. Why'd you leave? They fired me. Let me guess. They said you stole something. Iris looked up at him. How do you know? Because they always say that. Easiest way to get rid of someone. No severance. No unemployment. Just gone. Happened to my wife. Happened to my sister. Happens to every black woman who works in those buildings eventually. Did your wife fight it? She tried. Got a lawyer. Lawyer told her she'd never win. Said it's her word against the hotels. And hotels always win. Vernon started to walk away. Then stopped. Iris, you seem like a good woman. So I'm going to tell you something. This job, it's not going to save you. It's just going to kill you slower. Whatever you're running from, you need to find a different way. He left. Iris sat there for another minute. Then she stood up. Finished floor 28. And 27. And 26. Her body moved on autopilot. She stopped thinking. Just cleaned. At 6 a.m. she finished floor 1. Rode the elevator back up. Found Jimmy in the loading dock. You finish? Yes. He pulled out a roll of cash. Counted out $96. 12 hours at $12 minus tax that didn't exist because this was under the table. Iris took the money. It felt heavy in her hand. $96 for destroying her body for 8 hours. You coming back tonight? Number. Why not? Because you're right. This job is going to kill me. And I'd rather die trying something else. She walked away. Heard Jimmy call after her. You're making a mistake. Jobs like this don't grow on trees. Iris didn't turn around. She took the subway home. Got there at 7:30. Marcus was awake. Sitting on the couch. He looked at her. You look terrible. Thanks. I'm sorry. About yesterday. About what I said. You were right. About all of it. No, I wasn't. I was just mad. You're allowed to be mad. So are you. Iris sat down beside him. They sat in silence for a minute. Mom, where were you really last night? Cleaning offices. You serious about the new job? I don't know what I'm serious about anymore. Marcus leaned against her. When was the last time he'd done that? When was the last time he'd let her be his mother? I'm scared, he said. Me too. What are we going to do? I don't know. But I'm going somewhere on Monday. A training program. For healthcare work. Like being a nurse, like being a nursing assistant. It's 6 months. No money during training. But after it's a real job. Better money. Benefits. How do we survive 6 months with no money? I'll figure something out. That's what you always say. I know. But this time I have to mean it. Because we're out of options. Jasmine's door opened. She came out in her pajamas. Saw them on the couch together. Is everything okay? No, Iris said. But it will be. Marcus looked at her. Raised an eyebrow. Sorry, Iris said. I mean, I don't know if it will be okay. But I'm going to try. I'm really going to try. Jasmine climbed onto the couch between them. Put her head on Iris's shoulder. The three of them sat there as the sun came up through the dirty window, and Iris held her children and tried to remember the last time they'd just been together like this. Tried to remember when surviving stopped being enough. Her phone rang. She'd turned it back on. Samuel's name flashed on the screen. Marcus saw it. His whole body tensed. Don't answer it. Iris hit decline. The phone rang again immediately. Marcus grabbed it from her hand. Answered. Stop calling. Samuel's voice came through loud enough for everyone to hear. Put your mother on the phone. She doesn't want to talk to you. I need to talk to her about money. You mean the money you owe us 5 years of child support? Watch your mouth, boy. Or what, you going to come over here and actually be a father for once? Marcus, give me the phone. Iris held out her hand. Marcus handed it over. Iris walked into her bedroom. Closed the door. What do you want, Samuel? I need $500. Iris laughed. Actually laughed. You need $500 from me, the woman you abandoned with 2 kids? It's not like that. Then what is it like? Keisha's pregnant again. We need money for doctor appointments. Congratulations. Call someone who cares. Iris, I'm serious. I'm in trouble. I need help. You've been in trouble for 5 years. You've never needed help before. This is different. I got into some debt. Some people. Bad people. They're going to hurt me if I don't pay. Then pay them. I don't have it. That's why I'm calling you. Samuel, I lost my job. I'm being evicted. I have $96 to my name. I can't help you. You always have money. You always figure it out. Because I have to. Because you left me with no choice. But I can't save you. I can't even save myself. Silence. Then Samuel's voice quieter. I'm sorry. For everything. For leaving. For not paying. For being a shit father. I'm sorry. I don't want your apology. I want you to leave us alone. Iris, she hung up. Stood there shaking. Then her legs gave out. She slid down the wall. Sat on the floor of her bedroom and finally let herself cry. Not quiet crying. Not silent crying. The kind of crying that comes from 15 years of holding everything in. Marcus opened the door. Saw her on the floor. His face crumpled. Mom, I'm okay. I just need a minute. He sat down beside her. Didn't say anything. Just sat. Then Jasmine appeared in the doorway. She came and sat on Iris's other side. The 3 of them on the floor of a bedroom in an apartment they were about to lose. It's going to be okay, Jasmine said. Not a question. A statement. Like if she said it enough times it would become true. Iris wiped her face. Looked at her children. Saw their scared eyes. Saw them trying to be strong for her when she was supposed to be strong for them. Monday, she said. Monday I'm going to that training center. And I'm going to tell them I'm all in. No backup plan. No safety net. Just all in. And we're going to make it through the next 6 months somehow. Because that's what we do. We survive. Together, Marcus said. Together, Iris repeated. She didn't know if she believed it. Didn't know if they believed it. But they all needed to hear it. Sometimes survival starts with pretending you know what you're doing until you figure it out for real. Monday felt like years away. Iris had 3 days to figure out how to keep them alive through 6 months of no income. 3 days to find money that didn't exist. Saturday morning she woke up to Jasmine shaking her shoulder. Mom, there's someone at the door. Iris checked the time. 7 a.m. She dragged herself up. Looked through the peephole. A white man in a suit. Clipboard in hand. She opened the door with the chain still on. Can I help you? Iris Thompson, who's asking building management. I need to do an apartment inspection. Verify condition before eviction proceedings. I have 30 days. Inspection is required within 72 hours of notice. It's in your lease. Section 12, paragraph 4. Come back later. I'm here now. This will only take 10 minutes. Iris wanted to slam the door. Wanted to tell him to go to hell. But she needed those 30 days. Couldn't give them a reason to accelerate the eviction. She let him in. He walked through the apartment making notes. Opened cabinets. Checked faucets. Took photos of everything. You have water damage here. He pointed to a stain on the ceiling. That's been there for 2 years. I reported it 3 times. Nobody fixed it. Well, it's documented now. Tenant responsibility for unreported damage. I just said I reported it. Do you have proof? Iris didn't have proof. She'd called the super. Left messages. Nothing in writing. The man finished his inspection. Handed her a paper. Sign here. What am I signing? Acknowledgement that inspection was completed and findings were explained. What findings? Water damage. Unreported maintenance issues. Possible lease violations. What violations? That will be determined by management. Iris didn't sign. The man shrugged. Your choice. But refusal to cooperate will be noted in your file. He left. Iris stood holding the unsigned paper. Everything was a trap. Every conversation. Every interaction. The system was designed to make you fail and then blame you for failing. Marcus came out of his room. What did he want to build a case against us? For what? For existing. Her phone rang. The job interviews she'd scheduled. First one was the hotel in Queens. She took the call. Is this Iris Thompson? Yes. This is Karen Michaels from the Eastside Grand Hotel. We have you scheduled for an interview today at 10. Unfortunately, we need to cancel. Why? We received your employment verification request from your previous employer. Based on their feedback, we don't think you'd be a good fit. What feedback? I'm not at liberty to discuss that. Good luck in your job search. The line went dead. Iris called the nursing home in the Bronx. Same story. Application withdrawn. No explanation. The cleaning company was her last chance. She called them. This is Iris Thompson. I have an interview scheduled for Monday. Hold please. Muzak played for 3 minutes. Then a different voice. Ms. Thompson, we've reviewed your application and we've decided to move forward with other candidates. I haven't even interviewed yet. We've decided to go in a different direction. Did the Grand Majestic call you? Silence. I can't discuss our vetting process. They're blacklisting me, aren't they? I'm sorry. Good luck. Click. Iris sat down hard. They'd blacklisted her. Brandon had made calls. Spread the word. Thief. Unreliable. Problem employee. And now nobody would hire her. She grabbed her coat. Where are you going? Jasmine asked. Out. I'll be back. Mom, just stay here. Watch your brother. Iris took the subway back to Manhattan. Got off at the Grand Majestic stop. Walked to the hotel. Security stopped her at the door. I need to speak to Brandon Mitchell. He's not available. Then I'll wait. Ma'am, you need to leave. I'm not on hotel property. I'm on the sidewalk. Public sidewalk. I can stand here as long as I want. The security guard spoke into his radio. 2 minutes later, Brandon came out. Iris, you need to go. You're blacklisting me. I don't know what you're talking about. Every job I apply for, they suddenly cancel my interview. Someone's making calls. That someone is you. I have no reason to call anyone about you. Then why is everyone pulling my applications? Maybe because you're under investigation for theft. Hotels talk to each other. Word gets around. I didn't steal anything. That's for the police to determine. You know I didn't do it. You know it was someone else. But you need a scapegoat, and I'm black and I'm convenient. Brandon's face hardened. Keep your voice down. Why? Worried your guests will hear how you treat your employees. You're not my employee anymore. You're nothing. Now get away from this hotel before I have you arrested for trespassing. I'm on the sidewalk. You're harassing me. That's a crime. A police car pulled up. 2 officers got out. Both white. Both young. This woman bothering you, sir? One asked Brandon. She's a former employee. Terminated for cause. She's been asked to leave multiple times. The officer turned to Iris. Ma'am, you need to move along. I'm standing on a public sidewalk. You're creating a disturbance. I'm talking. That's not illegal. Ma'am, don't make this difficult. Iris looked at Brandon. Saw the smirk on his face. Saw him enjoying this. Saw him knowing he'd already won. She walked away. Heard Brandon thank the officers. Heard them laugh about something. Kept walking. Her phone rang. Unknown number. She almost didn't answer. Then did. Iris Thompson, yes. This is Jessica at Community Health Partners. Betty Washington gave us your information. We have an orientation session Monday at 9 a.m. Can you make it? Yes. I'll be there. Great. Bring 2 forms of ID and proof of address. We'll discuss the program requirements and financial assistance options. Financial assistance, yes. We have emergency funds for students who qualify. Housing assistance, food vouchers, childcare subsidies. We'll go over everything Monday. Iris felt something crack open in her chest. Hope. Dangerous hope. I'll be there. Thank you. She hung up. Stood on the corner. People rushed past. Everyone had somewhere to go. Everyone except her. Her phone rang again. This time Marcus. Mom, you need to come home. Now. What's wrong? Just come home. He hung up. Iris ran to the subway. 30 minutes felt like hours. She burst through the apartment door. Samuel was sitting on the couch. Keisha was with him. Pregnant belly obvious under her tight shirt. Marcus and Jasmine were in Jasmine's room with the door closed. What are you doing here? Samuel stood up. We need to talk. Get out. Iris, please. Just listen. I said get out. Keisha spoke up. He has a right to see his kids. He has no rights. He gave up his rights when he stopped paying child support 5 years ago. That's not fair, Samuel said. I've been trying. The system is rigged against black men. You know that. Don't you dare. Don't you dare play that card with me. I'm black too. I'm a woman. I'm an immigrant. And I still showed up for my kids every single day. I'm showing up now. 5 years too late. Samuel moved closer. I need money, Iris. I need it now. These people I owe, they're serious. They're going to hurt me. That's not my problem. It will be when I'm dead and Marcus and Jasmine have to live with knowing their father got killed. Iris felt ice in her veins. You're using your own death to manipulate me. I'm telling you the truth. I need $500 by tonight or I'm dead. Then die. The words came out before she could stop them. Samuel's face went blank. Keisha gasped. You don't mean that, Samuel said. I've been dead for 15 years. Working myself into the ground to feed children you abandoned. So yes, Samuel. If you die, at least I'll only have 2 people to worry about instead of 3. Iris, get out of my house. This is as much my house as yours. No. It's not. Your name isn't on the lease. You don't pay rent. You don't pay anything. You're a ghost. And I'm done being haunted. Samuel looked at Keisha. Some silent communication passed between them. Then he turned back to Iris. Fine. But when something happens to me, you tell Marcus and Jasmine it was your fault. You tell them their mother chose pride over their father's life. He left. Keisha followed. At the door she turned back. You're a cold bitch. No wonder he left you. The door slammed. Iris stood there shaking. Jasmine's door opened. Both kids came out. Marcus's face was hard. You told Dad to die, Marcus. I heard you. Then die. That's what you said. He was manipulating me. Trying to use his life to get money I don't have. Maybe he really is in trouble. That's not my responsibility. He's my father. He stopped being your father the day he walked out. Marcus grabbed his jacket. I'm going to help him. With what money? He didn't answer. Just left. Slammed the door so hard the frame shook. Jasmine stood in the hallway. Tears on her face. Why did you say that to Dad? Because he's lying. He's always lying. What if he's not? Then he made his choices and he has to live with them. Or die with them. Jasmine went back to her room. Closed the door. Left Iris standing alone in the living room of an apartment she was about to lose, with children who hated her and a future that looked like nothing. She sat down on the couch. Still warm from where Samuel had been sitting. Pulled out her phone. Checked her bank account. $96. That was it. That was all she had in the world. Her phone buzzed. Text from a number she didn't recognize. Your son is with us. If you want him back, bring $500 to the address below. You have 2 hours. Iris's hands went numb. She called Marcus. Straight to voicemail. Called again. 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 Jasmine came out. Saw her mother's face. What happened? Iris showed her the text. Jasmine's face went white. Is this real? I don't know. Call the police. And tell them what my son went to help his father and now someone has him. They'll say he went voluntarily. They'll say it's a family matter. So what do we do? I don't know. Iris called Samuel. Voicemail. Called again. On the 5th try he answered. What do you have, Marcus? What are you talking about? Someone texted me. Said they have Marcus. Said I need to bring $500. Silence. Then Samuel's voice quieter. Shit. Samuel, what did you do? I told them I could get the money. I told them my family had it. So you sent them after Marcus' number. I swear. I just said I could get it. I didn't think they'd. Where is he? I don't know. They must have followed him when he left your place. Give me the address. Iris, don't go there. These aren't people you can negotiate with. Give me the address or I'm calling the police and telling them you set up your own son. Samuel gave her an address. Warehouse District in Brooklyn. Iris grabbed her coat. I'm going with you, Jasmine said. No. You're staying here. Lock the door. Don't open it for anyone. Mom, I mean it, Jasmine. Stay here. Iris left. Took an Uber. Couldn't wait for the subway. Used 30 of her $96. Got to the warehouse in 20 minutes. Called the number that texted her. I'm here. Where's my son? You got the money, let me see him first. That's not how this works. Then I'm calling the police. Go ahead. Your son will be dead before they arrive. Iris's stomach dropped. Don't hurt him. Please. He's just a kid. Then bring the money. Bay door C 5 minutes. The line went dead. Iris didn't have $500. Didn't have anything. She walked to Bay door C anyway. A man stood there. Black 30s, expensive sneakers and cheap anger. 2 other men behind him. Where's the money? Where's my son? The man jerked his head. They dragged Marcus out from behind a van. His lip was bleeding. Hands zip-tied behind his back. He saw his mother and his face crumpled. Mom, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay, baby. It's okay. The man stepped closer. The money. I don't have it. Then we have a problem. Take me instead. Let him go. Keep me until I can get you the money. The man laughed. What are you going to get us? You're broke. Samuel told us. He told us everything. How you lost your job. How you're getting evicted. How you got nothing. Then why did you take my son to teach Samuel a lesson? You don't make promises you can't keep. And you don't send your kid to do your job. The man pulled out a knife. Marcus screamed. Wait. Iris stepped forward. Wait. I can get you the money. Just give me time. How much time? 2 days. I have a ring. My mother's ring. It's worth at least $500. I can pawn it. The man considered this. You got 2 days. Monday noon. Same place. You bring the money or we keep your son. And if you call the police we kill him and come for your daughter. Understand? I understand. They cut Marcus's zip ties. Pushed him toward his mother. He stumbled into her arms. The men disappeared into the warehouse. Iris held her son. Felt him shaking. Felt his tears on her shoulder. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to help Dad. I know, baby. They got in another Uber. Another $30. Down to 36. They rode home in silence. Marcus kept his head on her shoulder. 14 years old and suddenly a little boy again. Back at the apartment, Jasmine threw herself at Marcus. Checked him for injuries. Cleaned his split lip. Iris watched her children hold each other and felt something shift inside her chest. She went to her bedroom. Pulled a small box from under the bed. Inside was a gold ring with a tiny diamond. Her mother had given it to her before she left Jamaica. Told her to sell it if she ever needed emergency money. This was an emergency. But Iris knew it wouldn't be worth $500. Would be lucky to get $200. Maybe less. She came back to the living room. Sat down with her kids. Monday morning I'm going to that training center. I'm enrolling in the program. And while I'm there I'm pawning this ring to pay off those men. And then we're going to figure out the next 6 months one day at a time. What about rent? Jasmine asked. I don't know. What about food? I don't know. What about I don't know anything, Jasmine. I don't have a plan. I don't have money. I don't have options. All I have is Monday. And I'm going to show up Monday and hope to God something changes. Marcus lifted his head. What if the ring isn't worth enough? Then I'll figure something else out. Like what? I don't know yet. The three of them sat there. The apartment was cold. The heat had been turned down. The building trying to freeze them out before the eviction date. Iris's phone rang. Betty's number. Hello Iris, it's Betty. Just confirming you're still coming Monday. Yes. I'll be there. Good. Because Doris wants to meet you early. 8 a.m. instead of 9. She has a proposition for you. What kind of proposition? She'll explain Monday. But Iris, whatever's happening this weekend, whatever you're going through, don't give up before Monday. Promise me. How did you know? I just know. Promise me. I promise. 8 a.m. Don't be late. Betty hung up. Iris looked at her children. Both watching her. Both waiting for her to tell them it would be okay. She couldn't tell them that. Couldn't lie anymore. So she told them the truth. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if we'll survive this. But I'm going to fight. And I need you to fight with me. Can you do that? Marcus nodded. Jasmine nodded. The three of them sat together as the sun went down and the apartment got colder and Monday got closer, and everything hung in the balance of one ring, one training program, and one mother's desperate hope that 15 years of dying slowly was finally about to end. Sunday night none of them slept. Iris lay in bed listening to Marcus toss and turn in the living room. Heard Jasmine get up 3 times for water she didn't drink. The clock moved too slow and too fast at the same time. Every hour brought Monday closer. Every hour was 1 hour closer to having the money or watching her son disappear. At 5 a.m. Iris gave up. Got dressed. Found Marcus already awake on the couch. I'm coming with you, he said. No. Mom, it's my fault. Let me. You're going to school. Normal day. Like nothing's wrong. How can I go to school when? Because if you don't they'll send truancy officers. And we can't have anyone looking too close at this family right now. Marcus's jaw tightened. But he nodded. Jasmine came out already dressed. I'm going with you. School. Both of you. Mom, I need you both safe. I need you both accounted for. I need to do this alone. At 6:30 Iris left. The pawn shop opened at 7. She got there at 6:50. Stood outside in the cold. Watched the owner arrive. Old Jewish man, maybe 70. He unlocked the door. Saw her waiting. We open at 7. I know. I'll wait. He looked at her face. Saw something there. Unlocked the door. Come in. It's cold. Inside smelled like old money and desperation. Glass cases full of other people's emergencies. Watches. Jewelry. Guitars. Wedding rings. What do you have? The man asked. Iris pulled out her mother's ring. Set it on the counter. The man picked it up. Examined it under a light. Turned it over. Checked the diamond with a loupe. Where'd you get this? My mother. She gave it to me before she died. How much do you need? $500. The man set the ring down. Looked at her over his glasses. I can give you $150. Iris felt the floor drop. It's worth more than that. To you, yes. To me, it's a small diamond in old gold. $150 is fair. I need $500. Then you need a different ring. Please. I need $500 by noon or they're going to hurt my son. The man's face didn't change. Who's they? People my ex-husband owes money to. They took my son. Gave me until Monday to come up with the money. You call the police, they said they'd kill him if I did. The man picked up the ring again. Studied it longer this time. $180. That's the best I can do. And I'm losing money at that price. Please. I'm begging you. $500. I don't have $500 to give you for this ring. But I have a phone number. Guy who might be able to help. He wrote something on a piece of paper. Pushed it across the counter. His name is David. Tell him Saul sent you. He deals with situations like yours. What kind of situations? The kind where police can't help. Where you need money fast and don't ask questions. What does he do? You don't want to know. But he might help you. Or he might make things worse. That's your choice. Iris took the paper. Took the ring back. Left without the money. She stood on the street. Looked at the number. Looked at the time. 7:20. Training center meeting at 8. Deadline at noon. She had less than 5 hours. She called the number. A man answered on the first ring. Yeah. Is this David? Saul gave me your number. What do you need money? $500. By noon. What's the situation? Iris explained. Quickly. David listened without interrupting. Meet me at the diner on Flatbush in Atlantic. 20 minutes. He hung up. Iris checked the time. If she met David, she'd miss the 8 a.m. meeting with Doris. But if she didn't meet David, Marcus was dead. She took the subway. Got to the diner at 7:50. David was already there. White guy, 40s, looked like a cop but wasn't. Something harder in his eyes. Sit. Iris sat. David slid a cup of coffee toward her. So your ex got himself in trouble and put your kid in the middle? Yes. And you need 500 by noon? Yes. I can give you that. But you're going to owe me 1,000. 1,000 interest. That's how this works. You borrow 500, you pay back 1,000. 3 months to pay. Miss a payment, interest doubles. I don't have a job. How am I supposed to pay $1,000? That's your problem. I'm just offering a solution to your immediate problem. Take it or leave it. Iris thought about Marcus's face. His split lip. His scared eyes. If I take it, how do I pay you back? Cash. Every 2 weeks. $50 minimum. Miss a payment, I add 200 to your balance. That's illegal. Then call the cops. David leaned back. Look, I'm not forcing you. You came to me. You need money, I have money. But this isn't a charity. This is business. What if I can't pay? Then we work something out. I always get my money one way or another. The way he said it made Iris's blood cold. I need to think about it. You got 5 minutes. I have other appointments. Iris pulled out her phone. Checked the time. 8:03. She'd already missed the meeting with Doris. The training program. The one chance she had at a real future. She looked at David. Looked at the devil offering her one problem solved by creating 10 more. I can't do this. Then good luck with your son. David stood up. Started to walk away. Iris grabbed his arm. Wait. If I take the money, can I start paying next month? I'm enrolling in a training program. 6 months. After that I'll have a job. Real income. I can pay you then. 6 months number. Maximum I can wait is 1 month. After that you start paying or I start collecting. How do you collect? You really want to know? Iris let go of his arm. Watched him walk out. She sat there with cold coffee and a choice that wasn't really a choice. Her phone rang. Betty's number. Where are you? Doris is waiting. I can't make it. I'm sorry. Something came up with my son. What happened? Iris told her. Everything. The debt. The kidnapping. The deadline. Betty listened. Stay where you are. Don't move. Don't call that David person back. Give me 20 minutes. Betty, I don't have 20 minutes. Yes you do. Trust me. Betty hung up. Iris sat in the diner booth. Waitress came by. You ordering anything? Number. I'm waiting for someone. Then you need to leave. This isn't a waiting room. Iris stood up. Went outside. Stood on the corner. Checked her phone. 8:30. 3.5 hours until deadline. A car pulled up. Betty was driving. Doris was in the passenger seat. Get in. Iris got in the back. Betty pulled into traffic. Where are we going? Doris turned around. She was a big woman. Solid. Eyes that had seen everything and weren't impressed by any of it. We're going to get your son. What, you heard me. Where are they holding him? I already got him back. They're just holding the debt over me. If I don't pay by noon, they'll what, kill a 14-year-old over $500? They're bluffing. You don't know that. Yes I do. Because I used to run with people like that. Before I got my life together. They're small time. They make threats because threats are cheap. But actually killing someone that brings heat they can't afford. So what do? You call their bluff. And if you're wrong, then I'm wrong. But I'm not wrong. Doris pulled out her phone. Give me the number they texted from. Iris gave it to her. Doris called it. Put it on speaker. A man answered. Yeah. This is Doris Washington. You don't know me, but you're about to. You took a boy named Marcus. Threatened his mother for $500. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to forget that debt. You're going to forget that family. And you're going to thank me for not calling my nephew, who happens to be a detective in the 77th precinct. Who the hell are you? I'm someone who knows your game. You're running a small-time hustle. Probably got 5 or 6 people in debt to you. Making just enough to pay your rent. The last thing you need is a detective looking into your operation. So here's the deal. You walk away from Marcus's family. Or I make one call and you're done. Silence. Then the man laughed. You think you scare me, number. I think Detective Raymond Washington scares you. And when I tell him you're running a loan shark operation out of his district, he's going to be very interested. More silence. Longer this time. Fine. They're clear. But tell Samuel he's still on the hook. Samuel can handle his own problems. We're talking about the family. Whatever. We're done. The line went dead. Doris turned to Iris. There. Handled. Iris couldn't breathe. You just did that. Yes. Why? Because I can. Because I know how these people think. And because you have more important things to worry about than some punk trying to make $500 off your fear. Betty pulled the car over. They were outside Community Health Partners. Now let's talk about why I wanted to meet you at 8 instead of 9, Doris said. They went inside. Doris's office was small but organized. Files stacked neatly. Photos on the wall of women in scrubs. Women who looked like Iris. Sit. Iris sat. Doris leaned against her desk. Betty told me your situation. No job. No money. 2 kids. Eviction notice. About to be homeless. Yes. And you want to do our 6-month program. Yes. How are you going to survive 6 months with no income? I don't know. But I don't have any other options. Wrong. You have one other option. You can give up. Go back to hotel work. Take another minimum wage job. Keep surviving day to day until you die. That's an option. That's not an option. Good. Because I have a proposition for you. But it's going to require you to trust me. Trust that I know what I'm doing. Trust that I've helped hundreds of women in your exact situation. Can you do that? Yes. Here's what I'm offering. You enroll in our program today. Free tuition covered. During your 6 months of training, we place you in a work-study position. You work 20 hours a week as a care assistant in our partner nursing home. You get paid $12 an hour. That's $240 a week. $960 a month. Iris did the math. That was rent. That was food. That was survival. What's the catch? The catch is you have to work nights. 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. 4 nights a week. And you have to show up for class every day. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. That means you sleep from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. 5 hours a night. For 6 months. I've done worse. I know you have. But this is different. This is structured. We require 95% attendance. Miss more than 3 days and you're out. No refunds. No second chances. We do this because we need to know you're serious. That you're not going to quit when it gets hard. I won't quit. Everyone says that. Then month 3 hits and they're exhausted. They miss a class. Then another. Then they're gone. I won't quit. Doris studied her. Betty believes in you. That's the only reason we're having this conversation. Betty has a good eye for people. She saw something in you. So I'm going to see it too. But you need to understand what you're signing up for. I understand. You're going to be working and studying 40 hours a week. You're going to sleep 5 hours a night. You're going to miss school events. Miss dinner with your kids. Miss everything except work and study. For 6 months. Are you ready for that? Yes. Say it again. Yes. Again. Yes. Doris pushed papers across the desk. Sign here. And here. And here. This is your commitment. You're promising to show up. To work hard. To finish. If you break that promise, you owe us $1,500 for the training you received. I don't have $1,500. Then don't break your promise. Iris signed. Her hand shook, but she signed. Every page. Every line. Doris collected the papers. Filed them. Pulled out a different folder. Now for the housing. You said you're being evicted. In 30 days. We have emergency housing. Shared apartments with other students. 3 women per apartment. You'd have a bedroom. Share a bathroom and kitchen. Rent is $400 a month. Paid directly from your paycheck. Is that workable? Yes. But what about my kids? How old? 14 and 12. They can stay with you. We'll put you in a 2-bedroom unit. Rent goes up to $600. Still workable? Iris did the math. $960 a month income. $600 rent. $360 left for food and everything else. It was tight. Impossible tight. But it was something. Yes. I'll make it work. You start tonight. 6 p.m. Report to Evergreen Nursing Home on Bedford Avenue. Ask for Supervisor Patricia. She's expecting you. Tonight, yes. Problem number. No problem. Class starts tomorrow. 9 a.m. Don't be late. Doris stood up. Extended her hand. Iris shook it. Welcome to the program. Don't make me regret this. Iris left the office. Betty was waiting in the hallway. How'd it go? I'm in. I start tonight. Betty hugged her. I knew you could do it. I haven't done anything yet. You showed up. That's the hardest part. Iris checked her phone. 11:15. The deadline had passed. Marcus was safe. She was enrolled. She had a job. She had housing. Everything had changed in 3 hours. She called Marcus. He answered on the first ring. Mom, you're okay. They're not coming after you. How do you know? Because someone scarier than them made a phone call. You're safe. We're all safe. She heard him crying. Her 14-year-old son who tried so hard to be tough crying because he was finally safe. Come home after school. We need to talk. All 3 of us. I have news. Good news I don't know yet. But it's something. She hung up. Took the subway back to Brooklyn. Got to the apartment at noon. Jasmine was home. Cutting school. Why aren't you at school? I couldn't sit there not knowing if Marcus was dead. He's fine. They're leaving us alone. How someone helped us. Someone who knew how to handle them. Who? A woman named Doris. She runs a training program. I enrolled this morning. Jasmine's face went strange. What about money? I got a work-study position. I start tonight. We're moving to program housing next week. Shared apartment with other students. 2 bedrooms. You and Marcus can share or we can rotate the second bedroom. We'll figure it out. Where's the apartment? I don't know yet. They'll tell me details tonight. What about school? Our school, you might have to change schools. I don't know where we'll be living. Jasmine sat down hard. I have to change schools maybe. I don't know yet. Mom, I can't change schools. I have friends. I have teachers who know me. I'm doing good there. I know. But we might not have a choice. We always don't have a choice. Why do we never have a choice? Iris sat next to her daughter. Wanted to comfort her. Wanted to tell her it would be okay. But she was tired of lying. Because we're poor. Because we're black. Because the world doesn't give people like us choices. We get options. And we take the least bad option and call it a choice. That's how it works. That's not fair. No, it's not. Jasmine leaned into her mother. I'm proud of you. For doing the program. For fighting. Don't be proud yet. I haven't done anything except sign papers. You did more than that. You chose yourself. Finally. Marcus came home at 3. Face still bruised. Lip still swollen. He saw his mother and sister on the couch and something in him broke. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. Iris pulled him down between them. Held both her children. Listen to me. Both of you. We're about to go through the hardest 6 months of our lives. I'm going to be gone most of the time. Working and studying. You're going to have to take care of each other. Cook. Clean. Homework. Everything. Without me. Can you do that? They both nodded. I need to hear you say it. Yes, Marcus said. We can do it. Yes, Jasmine echoed. I'm not going to be there for school plays or parent-teacher conferences or any of the things mothers are supposed to be there for. But I'm doing this so that after 6 months I can be there. Really be there. With a real job. Real money. A real future. Do you understand? Yes, they said together. If I quit, we go back to hotels. We go back to minimum wage. We go back to barely surviving. So I can't quit. No matter how hard it gets. No matter how tired I am. I cannot quit. But I need you to not quit either. On me. On each other. On this family. Can you promise me that? I promise, Marcus said. I promise, Jasmine said. Iris held them tighter. Felt their weight. Their warmth. Their trust. And felt the crushing weight of knowing that if she failed she'd destroy them. At 5:30 she got ready for work. Put on clean clothes. Tried to look professional. Marcus stopped her at the door. Mom, what if they come back, the men? What if they change their minds? They won't. But what if then you call this number? She wrote Doris's number on a piece of paper. You call her and you tell her what's happening. She'll handle it. Who is she? She's someone who knows how to fight. And she taught me something today. Sometimes the only way to survive is to stop being afraid. To look the people trying to break you in the eye and tell them no. That's what she did for us today. She told them no. And they backed down. Just like that, just like that. Because bullies are always cowards. They just hope you don't figure that out. Iris left for her first shift. Took the subway to Evergreen Nursing Home. Found Supervisor Patricia. White woman 50 looked exhausted. You're Iris, yes. Doris called. Said you're in the program. Said you're reliable. I am. We'll see. You're working with Teresa tonight. She'll train you. You'll be doing basic care. Helping residents to bathroom. Changing sheets. Feeding. Nothing medical. Just comfort care. Questions no. Good. Teresa's in room 304. Find her. Iris found Teresa. Black woman, late 20s, 5 kids at home working this job and 2 others. You're the new girl, yes. You ever done care work before? Number. Then watch and learn. These residents, they're people. Treat them like people. Not like tasks. Not like problems. Like people. Do that and you'll be fine. They went room to room. Iris helped an 80-year-old woman use the bathroom. Changed an elderly man's sheets after he'd wet them. Fed a woman with dementia who kept calling her Susan and asking about children Iris didn't have. By midnight, Iris's back was screaming. Her hands were raw. Her feet were blistering in cheap shoes. Teresa found her in the break room at 1 a.m. You okay? Yeah. Just tired. First night's always hard. Gets easier. Does it? Number. But you get used to the hard. That's what easier means for people like us. Iris finished her shift at 2 a.m. Got home at 3. Marcus and Jasmine were asleep. She checked on them. Both safe. Both breathing. Both still hers. She set her alarm for 8 a.m. 5 hours sleep. Then class. Then another shift. Then class. Then another shift. For 6 months. She lay in bed and stared at the ceiling and wondered if she'd just made the biggest mistake of her life or the first right choice she'd made in 15 years. Either way, it was too late to go back. She'd signed the papers. Made the promise. Committed herself and her children to this path. All she could do now was survive it. The alarm went off at 8. Iris's body refused to move. Every muscle screamed. She'd slept 5 hours. It felt like 5 minutes. Marcus knocked on her door. Mom, you're going to be late. She forced herself up. Showered in cold water because the hot was gone. Threw on clothes. No time for breakfast. No time for anything. Class started at 9. She got there at 8:58. Doris was standing at the door with a clipboard. You're late. I'm 2 minutes early. Early is on time. On time is late. You're late. Iris bid back the response she wanted to give. Walked into the classroom. 20 other women. All black or Latina. All tired. All broke. All fighting for the same thing. The instructor was a white woman named Linda. 50s. Former nurse. Hard voice but kind eyes. Welcome to day 1. Half of you will quit by week 3. Another quarter by month 2. Only 5 or 6 of you will finish. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it because it's true. This program is designed to break you. If you break, you weren't ready. If you survive, you'll have a skill nobody can take from you. Iris looked around the room. Saw herself reflected in 20 different faces. Saw the same desperation. Same exhaustion. Same hope hanging by a thread. Linda started teaching. Medical terminology. Body systems. Basic care procedures. Iris tried to focus. Tried to take notes. But her hand kept cramping. Her eyes kept closing. She'd pinch herself awake. Take notes. Drift. Pinch. Notes. Drift. At noon they broke for lunch. Iris had packed nothing. Had no money to buy anything. She sat in the hallway and drank water from the fountain. A woman sat down next to her. Young. Maybe 25. Name tag said Carmen. You got nothing to eat? I'm fine. You're not fine. You're starving. Here. Carmen pulled out a sandwich. Split it in half. Take it. I can't. Yes, you can. I got 5 more at home. My abuela thinks I'm dying if I don't eat every 2 hours. Iris took the sandwich. Ate it in 4 bites. Carmen watched her. How many kids you got too? Who's watching them? They watch each other. How old? 14 and 12. Carmen nodded. My sister did the same thing. Left her kids alone while she did this program. Social services showed up month 3. Took the kids. Iris's stomach dropped. What anonymous tip? Said she was neglecting them. She wasn't. They were fine. But the system doesn't care. Took her 8 months to get them back. She never finished the program. Why are you telling me this? Because you need to know. They're watching us. Looking for reasons to prove we're not fit. You got to be careful. Class resumed. Iris couldn't focus. All she could think about was social services showing up. Taking Marcus and Jasmine. Losing them because she was trying to save them. At 3 class ended. She had 3 hours before her shift. Raced home. Found Marcus and Jasmine doing homework at the table. Clean dishes in the sink. Apartment picked up. Everything okay? Yeah, why? Marcus asked. Just checking. Mom, you look terrible. Thanks. I mean it. You need to eat something. Jasmine had made rice and beans. Iris ate standing up. Checked the fridge. Nearly empty. Checked her wallet. $36 left until Friday's paycheck. We need food. We're fine, Marcus said. No, we're not. There's nothing here. Then we'll figure it out. Marcus, you can't just figure out food. We need money. I know. Something in his voice made Iris stop. What did you do? Nothing. Marcus. He pulled money from his pocket. 320s. Where'd you get that? I'm working. Working where? After school. Helping at the bodega. Stocking shelves. Taking out trash. You're supposed to be doing homework. I do homework after. I got it covered. You're 14. You shouldn't have to work. Neither should Jasmine, but she's babysitting the neighbor's kids on weekends. We're all working, Mom. That's how we survive. Iris looked at her daughter. You're babysitting just on Saturdays. Mrs. Park pays me $20. When were you going to tell me? We're telling you now. Iris sat down hard. Her children were working. Her babies were working because she couldn't provide. Because she'd chosen a 6-month program that paid barely enough to cover rent. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you have to do this. Stop apologizing, Marcus said. You're doing what you have to do. We're doing what we have to do. That's how families work. Iris wanted to cry. Wanted to quit. Wanted to give up and go back to hotels where at least she could pay for food. But she looked at her children's faces. Saw them believing in her. Saw them fighting alongside her. Okay. But your grades don't slip. Either of you. School comes first. We know, Jasmine said. Iris left for her shift. 6 to 2. 8 hours. The nursing home was busy. Residents needed everything. Water. Bathroom. Pain medication. Someone to listen. Someone to care. By midnight Iris was moving on autopilot. Teresa found her leaning against a wall. Go take a break. I'm fine. You're not. Go sit down for 10 minutes. Iris went to the break room. Sat down. Closed her eyes. Woke up to someone shaking her. Teresa. You've been asleep for 30 minutes. What number? Yes. You missed rounds. Patricia's looking for you. Iris jumped up. Found Patricia in the hallway. Her face was hard. This is your 2nd week. You're already falling asleep on shift. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. It better not. One more incident and you're out. Program or no program. The rest of the shift Iris moved faster. Worked harder. Didn't stop. Didn't sit. By 2 a.m. she was seeing double. Got home at 3. Alarm set for 8. 5 hours sleep. This went on for 3 weeks. Work. Class. Work. Class. 5 hours sleep. Less sometimes. Marcus and Jasmine managing themselves. Paying for food with money they earned. Growing up too fast. Week 4 Iris got her first paycheck. $960. $600 went straight to rent. $360 left. $100 to food. $50 to utilities. $50 to Marcus and Jasmine for their contributions. $160 left. Then her phone bill. $90. $70 left for everything else. She stared at the $70. $70 for a month. For emergencies. For clothes. For anything that went wrong. Her phone rang. School. Jasmine's principal. Ms. Thompson, we need to discuss Jasmine's attendance. What about it? She's been late 17 times this month. And she fell asleep in class yesterday. She's helping take care of the household while I'm in a training program. I understand, but her education can't suffer. If this continues, we'll have to report it to ACS. Administration for Children's Services. The threat Carmen warned her about. It won't continue. I'll handle it. Iris hung up. Called Jasmine. No answer. Called Marcus. He picked up. Where's your sister at school? Why, her principal just called. She's been late 17 times. Falling asleep in class. Silence. Then Marcus's voice quiet. She's been staying up until you get home. Waiting to make sure you're okay. She doesn't fall asleep until she hears you come in. Iris felt something crack in her chest. Her 12-year-old daughter staying up until 3 a.m. every night just to know her mother made it home safe. Tell her to stop. I've tried. She won't listen. Then I'll tell her myself. That night Iris got home at 3. Found Jasmine asleep on the couch. TV still on. She'd been waiting. Iris woke her gently. Baby, you need to sleep in your bed. Jasmine's eyes opened. Focused. You're home. I'm home. But you can't keep doing this. You need sleep. I can't sleep until I know you're safe. I'm always safe. You're always tired. What if something happens? What if you fall asleep on the train? What if someone hurts you? Nothing's going to happen. You don't know that. Iris pulled her daughter close. Felt her shaking. Realized Jasmine wasn't just tired. She was terrified. Terrified every night that her mother wouldn't come home. Okay. New rule. I text you when I leave work. Every night. 2 a.m. You see the text, you go to bed. Deal? Promise you'll text? I promise. Even if you forget, I'll set an alarm. I won't forget. Jasmine nodded. Went to bed. Iris sat alone in the dark and wondered how much more her children could take. How much more she could take. Month 2, another student dropped out. Then another. The class was down to 14. Doris called a meeting. This is the breaking point. This is where most people quit. They're exhausted. They're broke. They're ready to give up. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Quitting now means everything you've suffered was for nothing. Every sleepless night. Every missed moment with your kids. Every dollar you've scraped together. All of it meaningless. Is that what you want? Nobody answered. I said, is that what you want? No, they said together. Then finish. Finish this program. Get your certification. Get your real job. And then you can rest. But not before. Not until you've earned it. Iris went back to class. Back to work. Back to 5 hours of sleep. Her body was breaking down. Her back hurt constantly. Her hands shook. She'd lost 20 pounds. Looked sick. Month 3, she collapsed during class. Just fell over. Woke up in the nurse's office with Linda standing over her. When's the last time you ate a real meal? I don't know. When's the last time you slept more than 5 hours? I don't know. You're going to kill yourself. I'm trying not to. Linda sat down. I've seen hundreds of women go through this program. You know what separates the ones who make it from the ones who don't? It's not intelligence. It's not skill. It's knowing when to ask for help. I don't need help. Yes, you do. And there's no shame in that. Linda made calls. Got Iris approved for emergency food assistance. $200 a month in food stamps. It wasn't much, but it was something. Got her approved for transportation vouchers. Free subway passes. Small things. But they added up. Month 4, Marcus got suspended from school. Fighting. He'd punched another kid who called Iris a welfare queen. Iris had to leave class early. Met with the principal. White man. Tired eyes. Your son has been struggling. Grades dropping. Attitude problems. And now this. He's dealing with a lot right now. So are many students. That's not an excuse for violence. The other boy provoked him. Both boys are suspended. 3 days. Marcus will need to complete community service to return. Iris left the school. Found Marcus waiting outside. Get in the car. We don't have a car. Then walk with me. They walked in silence for 2 blocks. Then Iris stopped. Why'd you hit him? He deserved it. That's not an answer. He said you were a welfare queen. Said we were leeches living off the system. Said people like us were what's wrong with America. So you punched him. Yeah, I punched him. And what did that accomplish? It felt good. For how long? Marcus's face crumpled. About 5 seconds. Then they pulled me off him. Then they called you. Then I realized I just made everything harder for you. So yeah, 5 seconds. That's what it accomplished. Iris pulled him close. Her son. Her baby. Trying so hard to defend her. Trying so hard to be a man when he was still just a boy. I don't need you to fight for me. I need you to survive for me. Can you do that? I'm trying. Try harder. Month 5 Iris took her first certification exam. Written test. 100 questions. She'd studied every night. What little time she had between work and sleep and keeping her children alive. She sat down with the test. Read the first question. Her brain felt like mud. She couldn't focus. Couldn't remember. Looked at question 2. Question 3. Started to panic. Then she heard her mother's voice. The mother who'd died in Jamaica while Iris cleaned toilets in America. The mother who'd given her the ring. The mother who'd believed. You didn't come all this way to fail. Iris closed her eyes. Breathed. Opened them. Started over. She finished the test. Turned it in. Linda graded it immediately. Passed it back. 87%. Passing was 80. Congratulations, Linda said. You passed your written. 2 weeks later, practical exam. Iris had to demonstrate every skill. Taking vitals. Changing sheets. Patient transfer. Feeding assistance. Emergency protocols. The examiner was an older black woman. Stern face. No nonsense. Begin. Iris went through each skill. Her hands shook, but she didn't stop. 40 minutes later she finished. The examiner made notes. Looked up. You pass. But barely. Your hands shake. Your technique is sloppy. You're exhausted. Am I right? Yes, ma'am. How much sleep you getting? 5 hours. Sometimes 4. And you're working while you study? Yes, ma'am. Children too. The examiner nodded. I did the same thing. 30 years ago. Raised 3 kids alone. Worked nights. Studied days. Slept when I could. Know what I learned, what that we do what we have to do. And anybody who judges us for how we survive can go to hell. You passed. Be proud of that. Iris felt tears coming. Fought them back. Thank you. Don't thank me. You earned it. Final week of the program. Doris called everyone into her office one by one. When Iris's turn came, Doris had a folder on her desk. You made it. Yes. 5 months ago I wasn't sure you would. You were broken. Desperate. Running on fumes. But you showed up. Every day. You worked. You studied. You kept your children safe. You did what you said you'd do. So now what? Now you have choices. Real choices. I have 3 job offers for you. All from facilities that saw your work at Evergreen. All offering more money than you've ever made. Doris spread out 3 letters. Iris read them. $15 an hour. 17. 19. Full benefits. Paid time off. Real jobs. This one. Iris pointed to the $19 offer. Where is it? Manhattan. Near where you used to work. Actually, it's the nursing facility that partners with the Grand Majestic Hotel. They provide medical care for VIP guests who need in-room assistance. Iris felt her stomach flip. I'd be working at the hotel near it. Sometimes in it. Is that a problem number? It's perfect. Graduation was on a Friday. 20 women had started the program. 6 finished. Iris stood on stage with 5 other women. All of them looked like her. All of them had survived. Doris handed out certificates. Called each name. Iris Thompson. Iris walked across the stage. Took the certificate. Looked at her name printed on expensive paper. Certified Nursing Assistant. State of New York. She looked into the audience. Marcus and Jasmine were there. Front row. Both crying. Both proud. Beside them was Betty. Smiling. Beside her was Teresa from the nursing home. Beside her were patients from Evergreen who'd insisted on coming. And in the back standing alone was Vernon. The security guard from the office building. The one who'd given her a granola bar and told her this job would kill her. After the ceremony, Vernon approached. You did it. I did it. I'm proud of you. I didn't think you would. Thought you'd quit like everyone else. I almost did. Every day I almost did. But you didn't. That's what matters. Marcus and Jasmine came over. Hugged their mother. Wouldn't let go. We're proud of you, Mom, Jasmine said. I'm proud of us, Iris corrected. We did this together. Her phone rang. Unknown number. She answered. Ms. Thompson, this is Detective Morris. Iris's stomach dropped. The theft investigation. She'd forgotten about it. Yes, I wanted to inform you that the investigation has been closed. We found the actual thief. Hotel employee. She's been charged. Your name has been cleared. Who was it? Karen Williams. Your former supervisor. Iris felt the world tilt. Karen. The woman who'd sent her home. Who'd acted sympathetic. Who'd been stealing the whole time and framing housekeepers to cover her tracks. Does the hotel know? Yes. They've been notified. They also wanted me to pass along a message. They're offering you your old position back with a raise. Iris laughed. Actually laughed. Tell them thank you, but I already have a job. A better one. She hung up. Looked at her children. At her certificate. At the women who'd fought alongside her. 6 months ago she'd been invisible. A ghost cleaning up other people's shit for minimum wage. Told she was worthless. Told she was nothing. Now she was certified. Employed. Visible. Monday Iris started her new job. $19 an hour. Benefits. Respect. She put on her scrubs. Looked at her name badge. Iris Thompson CNA. Her first assignment was a VIP patient at the Grand Majestic Hotel. She walked through the lobby. Past the desk where she used to clock in through the service entrance. Past guests who didn't see her then and didn't see her now. But she saw herself. Saw herself reflected in every window. Standing tall. Walking with purpose. No longer invisible. The patient was an elderly white woman. Recovering from surgery. Needed post-op care. Iris introduced herself. Good morning. I'm Iris Thompson. I'll be your nurse assistant today. The woman looked at her. Really looked. Have we met before? No, ma'am. You look familiar. I just have one of those faces. Iris provided care. Professional. Competent. Kind. When she finished, the woman grabbed her hand. Thank you. You have healing hands. Iris looked at her hands. Scarred from 15 years of chemicals. Swollen from arthritis. Damaged from work that had tried to break her. But they were healing hands now. Not just cleaning hands. Healing hands. She left the hotel at the end of her shift. Walked out through the front entrance. Not the service door. The front entrance. Brandon was at the desk. Saw her. Did a double take. Iris, Mr. Mitchell. You're working here. I'm working with the nursing facility. Providing care for your VIP guests. I heard about the investigation. About Karen. I'm sorry. Are you? Yes. If I'd known you did know. You just didn't care. She walked past him. Out onto the street. The same street where she'd stood 6 months ago, unemployed, desperate, broken. She pulled out her phone. Texted Marcus and Jasmine. First day done. Coming home soon. Love you both. Responses came immediately. Marcus, proud of you, Mom. Jasmine, you did it. You really did it. Iris stood on that corner and felt the sun on her face and thought about everything it had cost. The sleepless nights. The hunger. The fear. The moments when giving up would have been easier than going on. But she hadn't given up. She'd survived. More than survived. She'd transformed. They'd tried to steal her labor. They'd tried to steal her dignity. They'd tried to steal her future. But they couldn't steal her soul. Because she'd never given them access to it. She'd just forgotten she had it for a while. But she remembered now. And that made all the difference. Iris Thompson walked home to her children with her head high and her soul intact, and 15 years of invisibility finally behind her. She'd worked 40 years cleaning toilets, but she'd only lived 6 months becoming who she was always meant to be. The soul survives. It always survives. You just have to remember it's there and fight like hell to keep it. That's what Iris did. That's what she'll keep doing. That's what survival looks like when you refuse to let the world make you disappear.